shit, my hair's fucked up. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long ass time. You feel me? It's been a while. Bye. It's been like a while. It's been like 2 years, I think. Hold on, my camera's like fucked up. Okay, there. So it's been like 2 years, I think, or 3. I'm not sure. But last time I filmed in like I was in like 6th grade, and now I'm in 8th. So yeah, I don't live in West New York no more, by the way. Which is weird. I miss West New York a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I live in East York right now, but that's another story. I'm gonna tell you guys another story on how I moved, and yeah. But today's story, I'm gonna tell you guys how I almost got in a fight in West New York with a nigga, with a bilingual. So right, so this is what happened. So I'm usually in detention. Like in middle school, I was always in motherfucking detention. Like the longest detention that I had was for 5 weeks because I did some stupid shit. We're not gonna talk about that. That's a different story time. Like nigga, I have so many story times. But yeah, so we're just gonna stick to this story time. So this is a story time when this bilingual disrespected me. So yeah, I go to detention, and like the bilinguals, like they would always look at me. Like it was mostly all guys, and like it was just like 4 or 5 girls, but mostly guys, right? And they would be in a different class, and they were like right across my ELA class. Like they were like across from like my ELA class, so I would always see them. And my ELA teacher was also my home teacher, so like I said, I would always see them, and I would always see them doing like I would always see them niggas. So yeah, anyways, so yeah, we're in detention, and he's sitting like, okay, so pretend this is the table, right? I'm right here with my friends, and they're on the other side, like they're on the other side of the table, like they're on the other side, like in the corner, and I'm in the other corner with my friends. So yeah, period. So while I'm in the other side of my friends, right? I really don't know how the fight started, but these niggas, like, they're always disrespectful. They think they gang, like that's why I hated like how they acted, because they would always think they were the shit. Like, and I didn't like that. Like, I don't like when people act like they the shit, because that shit gets me annoyed. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't act like you the shit. Thirsty much? But yeah, anyway. So these niggas thought that they were the shit, and I didn't like that. And we had a problem before. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys like the whole thing, like how it started. So right, the bilinguals, they try to get they get gang on my friend, well, my ex-friend Omar, and my friend Osman. Like they try to get people to jump Omar. And one high schooler came up to Omar like, yo, what's up? Like, what you trying to do? And he was a bilingual too. Most of these niggas were like bilingual. So my friend Nicole, she goes, oh, don't fucking do shit to him before I fight you. She throws a water at him, and I'm like, oh shit, you feel me? But yeah, that's what happened. And at one point, the middle schoolers versus the bilinguals, there was like a whole crowd fighting the bilinguals. There's like videos, like, which I'm not gonna post. I think I might post it, I'm not sure, but I don't have a video. I have to ask my best friend Gustavo. So yeah, like at one point it was just the 8th graders fighting the 8th grade bilinguals, because that's how much the beef started. Because these niggas swear, like, and these niggas were like, oh, I'm gonna get my gang on you. They get all this shit. So the 8th graders had enough of it. So they started so they fought some of the bilinguals, and it was just, it was so fucking fire, bro. Like, I wasn't there, but Gustavo showed me the video, and I'm like, yo, that's lit. Like, finally, like, someone stood up to these motherfuckers, because they swear, and I didn't like that. Like, don't act like you the shit. Like, please don't. Because you acting like the shit might get your shit rocked. For me. And then, sorry. So, yeah, and then afterwards, and that's when, like, at first the beef calmed down. Not really. Like, Omar was still coming at them, the bilinguals were coming at Omar. Like, it was just so much, right? But afterwards, like, no one really spoke about it for like a day, until I was in detention with my friend Osman, Kenner. I forgot who else was there, but all I remember was Kenner and Osman, and I think Zach, yeah, Zach, and I don't know who else. I just forgot. I think it was two other girls or someone. I don't know. I forgot who was there. I only remember three of my friends being there and like a few other people, but I just really don't remember. My bad. I'm fixing my hair because my bun does not look okay. So yeah, I just really don't remember like a lot of people being there. Like it was just a little bit of people in detention, but I knew my three friends were there and like a few other people, but oh, that's it. So yeah, so that's what happened. So now we're just there, right? And then we hear these niggas whispering, right? And then I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas whispering about? Like they keep looking at us, and they're whispering to each other, and then I kind of get mad because my friend Kenner tells me that they're talking about us, and I'm like, talking about who? Like I really don't remember because it happened like a month ago, so I really don't remember like most of the fight like between me and that nigga. I forgot that nigga's name too, but he had like this type of ugly ass hair, bruh. Like his hair, like that side, like the Justin Bieber type of hair, but like shaved off from here, and they had like a little top to it, and it was like sided. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like this. But right, like just pretend this is the hairstyle, right? It was like this, right? Like slicked, but like this part was like shaved. That type of shit. I don't know. And he had this other fine looking nigga, like right next to him. Like he just looked like they were just ugly, but like to me they were just ugly. And so right, so and I'm like, and then I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, so I tell the nigga, I'm like, yo, what's up with it? And then he just starts coming at me, like calling me fat and shit, like just straight coming at me. And then like talking in Spanish, cause I don't really understand Spanish like that. I'm Puerto Rican Ecuador, and I still don't understand Spanish. I'm stupid like that. So yeah, I and then Kenneth is telling me, oh, they're calling you fat, like they keep calling you this, and I'm talking, and I start talking my shit, and I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, like you guys swear you the guys are the shit, like, and then fucking Kenneth is translating for me because they don't understand English like that. So he's like, oh, esa diciendo, and I'm just like running my mouth like over and over again. Oh yeah, and my friend Yasmin was there too. It was kind of funny because she was instigating everything. Like the way she instigates is funny. I know she's not my true friend for instigating, but it was funny, yo. Like it really was funny. And then my disciplinarian wasn't watching us. It was a different teacher, and she sees me cursing. She sees me like putting my hands up and shit. And she's looking at me. She's like, and then my friend Yasmin, she goes, and I'm like, these niggas are coming at me, and I'm not liking that shit. Like, you better kick these niggas out before I kick them out and drag them out of here. Like, I was just talking so much. Like, I was talking so much. Like, I was running my mouth, bro. Cause when I get mad, I run my mouth. And I just start banging on things, and I just start running my shit. Like, that's how I am. And I was getting ready to fight this nigga. And then Osman gets in. He's like, yo, like, you guys are mad annoying. Like, all you guys try to do, you guys can't fight your own battles because you guys bring gangs on us. And then I'm like, yeah, word. Like, how about you fight your own battles? And then I didn't eat my salad. I'm kind of mad because I made a good ass salad. And, like, I didn't eat it. And then he goes, oh, like, he says it in Spanish. So he's like, oh, hurry up and eat because you're fat. Like, saying all this shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm 2 seconds away from fucking getting up and fucking like you could tell in my eyes because when I get really mad I start to tear up because I really wanted to like fight these niggas, but it was my last day of detention, so I tried so hard not to fuck it up, and I'm like, yo, please God, please come over me and fucking not fight this nigga. Like that's what I was just saying to myself. I was just like, yo, please God, like please, like bring your angels to me and fucking and fucking like hold me because I'm about to like fight this nigga, like I'm about to like fuck this nigga up. So so and then Yasmin, and then the teacher sees me, and then Yasmin's like, and I'm like, yo, get these niggas out of here. And then Yasmin was like, ellos están diciendo malas palabras, and I just started dying. Like that kind of got me out of my anger. Like I was really mad, but then when she said that, when she said that, I stopped being mad. So I was like, let me stop for a little bit. Like let me like chill out. And then they just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. And I'm like, yo. And then Kenner's fucking telling me everything. Like, if you see I'm mad, don't tell me shit what they're saying. Like, don't tell me. Because you know damn well. Because Kenner seen me mad before. Because that nigga got me mad at 1.2. And he saw the demon in me. Like, I threw something at him. Like, I was like, yo, like, pretend this was a box of scissors. I threw a box of scissors at that nigga. I'm like, and in front of my math teacher. I'm like, yo, keep trying me, nigga, and I'm gonna throw this whole shit at you. And my teacher looks at me, and I go, boom, and then I just do that shit. But yeah, anyways, okay, so right, so Kenner knows what's up. Kenner always annoyed me. Like, he always instigates shit, and I didn't like that. Like, he was always doing some shit, and like, and always in someone's business, and always like put people's business out there. And I didn't like that shit, cause I'm not the type to do that. Like he told other people secrets to other people, and I didn't like that. That's why I didn't really fuck with him like that. So yeah. So I was just mad that he was like still like talking to me. Like, well, like when I get mad, I don't want people to talk to me. Like no one at all, except for my best friend Bianca, because that's my bitch. Because she's the one that usually comforts me and that's usually there, like when I'm mad as fuck. So I try to pull myself together. I'm like, let me chill. But they just kept running their mouth, and then that's when I was just like, yo, I'm like, I'm about to. So yeah, the bell rings. We're going up to lunch. And then he goes, oh, he says in Spanish, he goes, oh, I'm gonna remember y'all faces. Watch out, watch for your back. And I'm like, and then I go up to them because I'm like, yo, so what's good? Like, I'm in your face right now. Y'all ain't saying shit to me. And then Yasmin's looking at me. And then Osmond's like, yo, bitch, you calm down, chill, like, relax, bro. And I'm like, alright, I'm in your face, so what's good? Like, I was calling to them, and I was clapping in their faces and everything. I'm like, so what's up? Like, you guys were talking all that shit before, but now you guys ain't talking shit. Like, while I'm right here, like, I'm right here. And, like, I was really close to them. I was like, this to their face, bro. I was like, and they walked away from me, started laughing, and then they told the other bilinguals, like, they started telling shit to them. And then I'm walking up the stairs, right, and I see my best friend. Okay, so pretend, so these are the stairs, right? So I'm up here, she's down here, like she's on the other, like low on the lower staircase, and I'm on the up case. And I yell through like the staircase while everyone was there, so everyone knew like what's up. And I'm like, Bianca, I'm about to fight this nigga. Like I was like, I'm about to fight this nigga right now because he's disrespecting me. And then out of nowhere, I turn around for like a little bit, walk up 2 flights of stairs, and my best friend was right there. And she taps me. She's like, Bridget, do not fucking do this, bro. Like you're not about to go to juvie. Cause I got in previous fights, and my disciplinarian was like, oh, if you get in another fight, I'm gonna give the juvenile detention your papers and you're leaving. And I'm like, no. And then that's when I knew I was fucked. So when she told me that, I'm like, fuck, I can't fuck this shit up. But I was just so angry to the point where I just blacked out and I just went up. And then she's like, Bridget, calm down, bro. Like, you're not finna do this right now. And I'm just there, like, and then I punched my locker because I was just so mad. And then I'm about to go to their class, right? Like, I'm going up to their class. And then Bianca just yanks me. Like, she just pulls the fuck out of me. And she goes, Bridget, go back to class because you're not gonna fight this thing because over some dumb shit. Like, you're not gonna do it. And then my math teacher sees me and I'm like, yo, I'ma fuck this. Like, I was yelling in the fucking hallway. I'm like, yo, I'ma fuck this nigga up, like, on my mama. Like, I was just saying that. Like, I was, like, so mad. I was like, yo, I'ma fuck this nigga up on my mom's. Like, on someone's grave. And then my math teacher sees me. She goes, wait. And then I just walked out of her class. And then, that's when I did the whole thing. My best friend pulled me. And then, yeah, I was just so mad. And then I'm like, yo, I have to go to class. Like, I can't do this shit right now. And then Yasmin's like, yeah, fuck them up, go to the class. And I'm just like, bitch, what? Like, you really want me to go to juvie or some shit? And so, like, now I was just there. And then now I was just there. And I was like, yo, let me chill out. Like, let me just stop. And then we get called to the principal's office. Like, because my math teacher told the principal that these niggas were trying to get, because Kenner and Osmond went to her class because we left our stuff there, so that's why I went to her class and like first, and then I started talking my shit in front of the hallway. That's when I started yelling. My best friend put me all this shit. And so they told the teacher what happened, like during the lunch period. Like like cause my math teacher knows how I'm, like all my teachers know how I am, like they know when I pop off, like they know, cause they see me get into fights, they see me yell across the room to niggas that disrespected me, like they know how I am in particular. That's why they would always like keep an eye on me, and that's why they would always like check on me, like, oh, what's up, like, do you have a problem? So yeah, and most of my anger got in the way of my education because I would always focus on like, because once someone disrespects me, they're my target next. Like they're like, I'm like in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up. Then I'm gonna focus on my shit. Like that's how I am. But like I don't know. And like my best friend knows how I am. Like she knows when I get mad, I get mad. I give her a certain like I look at her and I'm like, or like I take a deep breath and I'm like when I'm mad and like she knows, so she gives me a certain look. She's like, bitch, you do not do this shit. Like you can't, like you really can't. And then I think about my disciplinarian saying, oh, I'm gonna call a juvenile department, give them papers and the evidence that you did, and you're gonna get arrested. Like that's when, like, and like my best friend always uses that against me, so I won't do it because my best friend always tries to keep me out of trouble. Like always, bro. Like always, like through fifth grade through seventh, like till now, she still tries to keep me out of trouble because I'm always into some shit, and I know she gets stressed out. I know she does, cause you know I'm a handful. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fucking handful. So yeah, so she knows like when I'm mad, I'm mad. Like I'm on some other shit when I'm mad. So yeah, so that's what happened, and then we get called to the principal's office, and then um Miss Gonzalez, my ELA teacher, I love her. I miss her so fucking much. That's my bitch. So yeah, I like we get called to the principal's office, and Miss Gonzalez was like, go to Miss Saeed first, and then go to the principal's office. So I go to Miss Saeed first. No, we go to the principal's office first, and then the principal's office like, oh, why you guys here? And then I'm like, oh, Miss Gonzalez sent us over here. I mean, Miss Saeed told Miss Gonzalez to send us over here. And she goes, oh, go back because I'm having a meeting right now and I'll get back to you guys. So I'm like, I bet. So we sit down in the class for no, we're standing up like by the door for like 2 minutes. Then we get another call, and and then um Miss Saeed calls Miss Gonzalez. So Miss Gonzalez goes to the to so Miss Gonzalez told us, she was like, oh, go to Miss Saeed's room and then go to the principal's office. So we go to Miss Saeed's room and we're like, what do we say? And then she goes, oh, I'm not gonna have these bilinguals threatening my kids because no one messes with my kids. And I'm like, oh shit, period. That's not my bitch. That's why I fuck with her. So right, we're there, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. So then we go to principal's office, and then she's on the phone with Miss Saeed. So they're talking it up, like talking about what happened during lunch, and then I told my side of the story. And then a translator comes in, because mind you, my principal's white, so she does not know no Spanish. She can't speak it, nothing. She's a gringa. So we just went to so a translator came in, right? A translator came in, and I'm talking my shit to the principal, the vice principal. Yeah, the vice principal. I'm like, oh, this is what happened. They got me mad. Like I went off on them. Like they were calling me fat, all this shit, and I didn't like that. And then she was like, oh, bring this kid in right now. And she goes, oh, I don't like what you're saying to them. And she goes, oh, and like she told the kid, she was like, oh, I could laugh at you about a lot of things, but I'm not, because that's not the right thing. And then translator tells him, and like she goes, oh, if you threaten one of my students, like not one of my students, but one if you threaten someone here again, like in the school, or bring your game, because we told her like about like what happened, like him bringing gangs to like the school, and like him like trying to fight, like him trying to get people to fight niggas. And then Osmond was like, oh yeah, we have witnesses if you want. But the principal didn't really want to hear. Like she was like she took care of it like herself. So she didn't like want to like So she didn't want to bring like any witnesses because she's a busy woman. So she like try to like get this over with and like kick us out and go and like put us back to class. So he was about to cry, and I'm just like, yes, like I love to see people cry. Like when they come at me, I love to see them like fail at their accomplishments, make me mad. I really do. I'm crazy like that. I don't know. Do not mind me. But yeah, that's what happened. So like she tells him mad shit, and then he starts to cry, and then she goes, "Oh, you two go back to class. I'll handle him." I'm like, "Oh shit, it's demon time." So we go back to class, and me and Osman just started laughing while we're going back to class. We're like, "Yo, we fucking made that nigga cry." Like we were just talking that shit. And then afterwards, I was just dying. I was just like, "Yo, like we actually did that shit." So right after, we just went back to class, and then um Kendra and Zach were our witnesses. So they were like, "Oh, if you guys need help, call us up right now." And I'm just like, "I got you, sis, I got you." So yeah, but like I said, she was a busy woman, so she didn't want us to bring us witnesses. So she just tried to get it over with, and she just told him what's up. Like she believed us over him, because apparently he was a troublemaker of like the school. Like he used to do like mad shit, especially like in the old school. So she just tried to get it over with, and she was like, "Oh, like if you ever do it again, I'll have an investigation on you, and I'll have you expelled from this whole school." And I was like, "Yo, what?" So yeah, that's what happened. And I was just laughing, and I was just like, that nigga got what he deserved. He could suck my dick. So yeah, that was it. And then Kendra and Zach were like, "Oh my god, how come you guys didn't bring us?" And I'm like, and Alza was like, "Unfortunately, they didn't let us bring you guys." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're sorry." So we were just there, and we were just like, "Alright, whatever." And then we just sat there in class, regular day. I told my best friend what happened, and then we left, and then that was it. That was our story time. So yeah, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, and let me know if y'all want more story times, because I have so much story times. Like now, the second story time I have is my second bully called Bruce. So yeah, hit me up. They can hit me up. But yeah, add me on Snap. Do that shit, do your shit. And then yeah, that's it. Period. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. So yeah, bye.